Hello children, welcome to the class. This is your English class, and as you all know, we are studying chapter number 7 in your An Alien Hand supplementary reader book. We have studied in this chapter one man, an old man. His name is Abu Khan, and he lived in a Almora district. And he had so many pet goats. And we have studied in the first part of the story, he was quite unlucky because he loved so much his goats, but at the end of the day, each and every goat left him alone. We are going to start the third part of the story, and here are 3 points on which we are going to focus today. Like other goat, Chandini too missed the hills. Now at the very last line of that first part, we have seen that he started missing that hills. And now here we are going to study first point, like other goat, Chandni too missed the hills. And the second point, she told Abu Khan she must have freedom. She told Abu Khan, it was very amazing that a goat can speak. Now in this story you can find this amazing things. And the third one, the story of the dangerous wolf could not work that time. So let's start the story. So children, take out your books, and this is page number 46, and we are going to start the second part of the story. Every morning Chandni watched the hilltop, bathed in the sunlight. How beautiful those hills are, she thought. How refreshing the breeze that blows through them. And how lovely to run across those green fields. She ran towards the hill, but had to stop with a jerk. The rope round her neck wouldn't let her go any further. How she hated that rope. Now here you can see, this is the second part of the story. Chandini, in this section we find Chandini just like the other goats who lived in Abu Khan's house and want to live life of captivity and move to a new life of freedom. And one's own free will, as we move in the middle of this section of the story, we find the true spirit of freedom is predominant everywhere. You can see in this middle part of the story. Now in the first paragraph you can see it is giving an introduction about the feeling of Chandini. In the previous we had seen that Chandini, a pet goat who has grown up at Abu Khan's house, he keeps her well in all respect. But Chandini wants to live this life of captivity and move towards the hills and live a free life from the residence of Abu Khan's. Chandini watched the hilltop, where every morning sunlight would cover the hills and make them all the more attractive and beautiful. As you have seen, how beautiful those hills are. In the eyes of the Chandini, it was so beautiful because every morning when Chandini watched the hilltop, where every morning sunlight would cover the hilltop and make them all more attractive and beautiful. And here you can see how refreshing the breeze that blows through them, and how lovely to run across those green fields. How the fresh breeze is coming down all the way from those high hills in the nearby. All these views compelled Chandani to rush toward the hills in search of freedom, to play and run about. Suddenly, at her heart wished she could go there. She could live over there. Jumped towards the fields and start running, but was pulled back. At the end of this paragraph, you can see she ran towards the hill but had a stop with the jerk. The new word here is jerk. What is the meaning of jerk? I am going to write on the board. You just write down. The first word you can see is jerk. Jerk means a quick, sharp. A quick, sharp, sudden movement. This is the meaning of jerk. Now here you can see a jerk she felt, and pulled back and stopped in her way, as the string and the long rope tied to her neck kept her back into the compound again. The rope tied to her neck kept reminding her of the captivity. And this is what Chandni hated the most. In the last few lines, you can see the rope round her neck wouldn't let her go any further. How she hated that rope, because it shows the captivity, it shows the torture. And here you can see Chandni could not go at the hilltop because of that string. Because of that string. So now we are moving to the second paragraph. She stopped eating the green grass Abu Khan's brought for her, nor did she listen to his story with interest and affection. She lost her appetite, grew very thin, and stared moodily at the hilltop, bathed in sunlight. Abu Khan did not understand Chandani's anguish. At last she decided to speak to him frankly. "Dear Abu Khan," she said, "let me go to the hills, please. If I stay on in your compound, I'll die." Now Abu Khan understood Chandani's problem, but it made him very unhappy because he was not expected. The earthen pot which contained Chandani's breakfast fell from his hands, broke into 1,000 pieces. Now in the second paragraph, you can see the writer of this lesson introduces us a very special kind of storytelling, amazingly written. The vivid description you can find in this paragraph. How could a goat speak? Because of her pain. of captivity. She spoke. Now here you can see where we find a human Abu Khan in conversation with Chandani, the goat. We find that both are able to talk and respond to each other as human beings, talking to each other. So this is very special. Days passed away and Chandani kept longing for freedom continuously in her mind. The spirit of freedom always there, you can see. So this is days passed by and Chandani kept longing for freedom. Every day she wished that she roamed in the compound and she would be free and go into the hill slopes to like a free life. Because of that, you can say the strong feeling, he left all the things. She left all the food and whatever Mr. Abu Khan provided her, she left because of that strong feeling of freedom. And here you can see she lost her appetite. What do you mean by appetite? Yes, hunger. Now I'm going to write appetite over here, and you just write down the meaning of appetite. The meaning of appetite, a natural desire. A natural desire to satisfy a bodily need. Or you can say hunger, in other word, appetite. So, grew very thin and stared. The next word is stared. Stared means look fixedly. Look fixedly. Now here you can see Chandani did not like to eat anything, and that Abu Khan brought to her, neither did she have any interest in Abu Khan's story. She was not taking interest in Abu Khan's story. Her affection for Abu Khan was also slowly fading away. She did not want to eat anything but to sit and look towards the sun-bathed hilltop. She used to sit, wishing how she could be free and run away from the captivity. All this behavior was very strange to Abu Khan, and when Chandani saw that Abu Khan did not understand her feeling, she expressed it to him. She said, Abu Khan, I cannot live this life of captivity anymore. If I stay here any longer, I will surely die. So let me go away from the compound so that I can go into the hills and live my own free life. I want freedom from this captivity, because you are tying with a string. My legs and my neck are tied. And I don't want this type of captivity. I want freedom. Now Abu Khan did not understand Chandni's anguish. Now here the word is anguish, means it's a pain. Now agony, you can see agony or pain. Anguish means agony or pain. So here you can see when Chandni expressed her pain, so Abu Khan did not understand that time. At last she decided to speak to him frankly. She said, Abu Khan, let me go to the hills. I don't want this type of the captivity. Now Abu Khan realized the situation and Chandni's strange behavior. And it made him unhappy because what he was expected from that goat. But here you can see the totally different scene. If I stay in your compound, I will die. Now Abu Khan understood Chandni's problem, but it made him very unhappy. The earthen pot which contained Chandni breakfast fell from his hands and broke into 1,000 pieces. He was shocked. That is why the earthen pot which contained Chandni's breakfast slipped from his hand and broke into the several pieces, which signifies how broken and shattered he was that time when he heard that statement of Chandni. She wants freedom. He was shattered. Abu Khan felt at this event. Now we are moving to next paragraph. Here you can find some dialogues. Why do you want to leave me, Chandni? Abu Khan asked. I want to go to the hills, Chandni answered. Don't you like the food here? I'll give you tastier food and a much longer rope. No, thank you. Let me go to the hills. Do you realize the risk you are running? You obstinate creature. There is a dangerous wolf in the hills. He'll eat you up. Abu Khan did his best to warn her. Chandni answered, God has given me a pair of horns. I'll fight the wolf. Now, you can see here the dialogues between Abu Khan and his pet goat Chandni. Abu Khan inquired Chandni why she wanted to leave a safe and nice house, which was a source of all good things, and goat would ever wish to have. He ever told her that if something was not according to her wish, so he was ready to provide. It would also be provided for her. He would make the rope even longer, as he said over here. Don't you like the food here? I will give you tastier food and much longer rope. So he was ready to give a longer rope so she could move around or further in the compound. But Chandni was adamant to go away and be free from captivity. Now here you can see, no thank you, let me go to the hills. She denied each and every offer which was offered by Abu Khan. She was very adamant and she said, she refused asked Abu to let her free from the bondage. She wanted freedom bitterly. She did not want to stay. Abu Khan once again tried to convince her. And he said, do you realize the risk you are running? You obstinate. Now here you can see a new word is obstinate. Obstinate means stubborn, not willing to do anything which is correct. So that is called stubborn. Now I am going to write the meaning of stubborn or obstinate. Obstinate. Obstinate means stubborn or stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion of or chosen course of action or chosen course of action. This is the meaning of obstinate. In the simple way you can understand this is stubborn. It's mean stubborn, not ready to agree on particular point. So here you can see Abu Khan once again tried to convince her, reminding her about the old wolf who lives in the hills and who would eat her if she wandered in the hills. She warned Chandni. He warned Chandni about the lurking danger in the hills. Here you can see, there is a dangerous wolf in the hills. He'll eat you up. Abu Khan did his best to warn her. Now here you can see, Abu Khan said, and he warned Chandni about the lurking danger in the hills, but Chandni had her argument and told Abu Khan. What she told? She told, God has given me a pair of horns. I'll fight. Now she told that God has provided her with 2 horns on her head. And she was capable of defeating herself, or you can say defending herself by fighting away the wolf. Abu reminded her once again that your cousin Kalwa, the goat which was Abu Khan's earlier pet, was a big large goat just like a deer, but she failed. Now here you can see Fight the wolf indeed? Have you forgotten the story of your sister Kalua, who was the size of big deer? She fought the wolf through the night but was killed in the morning. Abu Khan narrated Kalua's story for the 50th time. Now he was continuing warning her, but still no result. Now Abu Khan reminded once again that your cousin Kalua, the goat which was Abu Khan's earlier pet, was a big large goat, just like a deer. But she failed to defend herself from the wolf and was eventually killed and eaten by the wolf. Again and again, he was giving warning, but still that goat was not ready to stay with Abu Khan. Now here you can see the word is indeed. Indeed means really. So fight the wolf really. So now we are moving to next page. Page number 48. To all this, Chandni had only one thing to say: I want to go to hills. After listening this type of the story many times, Abu Khan told her. Again he reminded her, but she was not ready to stay. She frankly said, what she said? I want to go to the hills. I don't want to stay over here. Abu Khan got very annoyed. He thundered, you are not going anywhere. From today, you will live in a small hut and not move about freely in the compound. Ungrateful as you are, you must still be saved from the wolf. He pushed her into a small hut and shut the door. But he forgot to close the small window at the back. The same night, Chandni made that window her passage to freedom. Now here you can see what was going to happen. That was very hurting. That was very sad for Abu Khan. Chandni had just one answer to all the argument, as you have seen, which was put before her by Abu Khan, and that was a big no. To everything she said no and wanted to leave the compound and go into the hills. After trying to convince Chandni in every manner, Abu Khan could not achieve any success, and he got annoyed. He got angry. In a harsh voice, he thundered in a harsh voice, very shrill voice. He thundered. He ordered, you are not going anywhere. Now you will not be allowed to move from here about into the compound and live in a small hut. I had done so much for you, and yet you are so thankless. Ungrateful means thankless, and not having a feeling of gratitude. That is called ungrateful. Now he said, so thankless you are. I had done so many things for you, but you are a thankless goat. To all my good and kind and loving behavior, but still your life is to be saved from the wolf. I am adamant to save you. So in the evening, Abu Khan took Chandni and shut her up in a small hut. Here you can see he pushed her into a small hut and shut the door. But he forgot to close a small window at the back. Now here you can see he shut the door in a small hut, but there was a small window in the hut which he forgot to close, to lock. And when night came, Chandni took a chance and jumped out of that window and ran away to the freedom into the hill, to her freedom into the hill. And this way she was finally free from the captivity. This is the last paragraph of second part, or you can say the middle part of this story. It was very hurting for Abu Khan. And here you can see in this last paragraph, the thankless goat ran away. But we can't blame this goat, because this goat also wanted freedom. She cannot live in the captivity, because each and every animal we are keeping like a pet, but they don't want to be a pet. They want freedom. And here you can see Abu Khan again and again tried to console her, but she was adamant to leave that house, that hut. With this note, I would like to close this paragraph, and comprehension check, which are based on this middle part of the story. We will continue tomorrow, and we will continue this comprehension check and learn all these words which I have given you in this video, and go through the story again and again, because it's having a very important meaning that you should understand. So take care. Bye-bye.